Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and from early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Texas A&M's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
Offense set on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. To the ground with the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Gets it out fast. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
There's a reason third down is called money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. Tackled after picking up the first down.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
And how about love the job by this offense. This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He gets it up to the 35 before he's guided out of bounds. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful.
Oh, look out, there he goes! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Rashada. Throws to the back. It's complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll go with a direct snap. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Aggies.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dawgs. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And the extra point is good. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up for 5 to the 23. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Reed. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. From the gun, running back gets to give.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Snap it to the back. The Bulldogs get enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Makes the catch and knocked down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The give to the back. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward. Play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Finds his tight end. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 2 to SMU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Gonna take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Rashada. Moving out of the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming in. Well done.
So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. This is why quarterbacks get the biggest NIL deals, because they're supposed to make something out of nothing.
You know what? If he took some of that NIL money, Reese, and spent it on more linemen, maybe he has more protection and more time to go through his progressions.
Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. They'll try the run. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll slide and avoid the big hit. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. Direct snap. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Quarterback now breaking the field.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Gets open down the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead. going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Looking to go up top on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Dawgs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
They'll give it to the back. They knock him down right there.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Now on the return. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Off play action. They're trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback checking the play. Back to pass, it's Rashada. Working the middle, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with him to force the fumble.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Texas A&M going quickly. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Getting some heat. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put it.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll go with a direct snap. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Might as well give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Catch in the middle. It's Humphries. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
After the short completion, it's now second down. Handoff from the gun. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Blasted as he lets it go. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
Feeling some heat. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield. You know, usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action, slide and give him the rock.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Texas A&M going up tempo.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wide out in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Back to throw, it's Wegman. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40, the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Aggies want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Now 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Wegman. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught over the middle. It's Green. And he breaks into the open. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Dawgs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Minnesota. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all.
Lofts one high and deep. And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He'll take another shot here. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Dawgs! And the pummeling has started. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. You want to talk about hearts in throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today, we kicked them in the face?
He wants to pass it on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The back goes in motion. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After misfiring, it's second down. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to.
Going deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Quarterback will keep it. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense,